Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to do a unboxing and review of a VEVOR air compressor. This is a 6-gallon air compressor, 120 volt, and I sold my big air compressor because of selling the house, so I want to get a smaller air compressor, something that I can move around and use. So hopefully this is a good one. I'm going to take it out, put it together, and find out. So here we got it's an oil-free air compressor too, but this is the manual for it. Probably show you how to set it up. And here in the top, looks like we got a handle, some wheels, the bolts for the wheels, 2 wheels. They actually feel pretty solid, and they're actually rubberized instead of being hard plastic. They look like hard plastic, but they're rubberized. Then we have the air compressor here. I'll have to set it out. So it's definitely packed good. It's the styrofoam they have it in and the plastic bag around it. So it's actually pretty small. Okay, so on it here we have, it looks like a 2-cylinder compressor, electric motor, 110 volt. This is the 110 volt plug right here. And then our pressure gauge, which is right here. And then we have a pressure relief valve right here. So if it happens to build up too much pressure, then this is going to pop off and relieve the pressure. Not to damage it or cause an explosion or anything, so you definitely want that. It's got a reset over here for the motor. And then on this side right here, this is where our air hose will connect. This is our air pressure adjustment right here. And then we actually have a air chuck right here so we can plug in an air hose. And right here is where the 2 cylinders connect together and the air comes out of the cylinders into the tank right here. So first thing we need to do, pretty much means it's oilless. I've never had an oilless one before. But we need to plug it in, see if it builds up pressure. This motor is rubber mounted. You can see the rubber mounts right here. So it's rubber mounted to keep the vibration down. You could actually mount it and bolt it to the floor if you wanted to, if you need to, but it does have a drain right here, and you should actually drain these. Actually, a little bit of air pressure in there. Drain these once in a while to let the water out of the tank, because you will get condensation and it build water in the tank. You can just turn this valve right here, drain the water out of the tank. You don't need to turn it as far as I did right there, because you don't have to remove it completely and then tighten it back up. So we need to go ahead and stick the handle on here. Okay, so the handle looks like it just actually goes over these 2 bolts right here. Squeeze it, and then it's got this little plastic latch that holds it up into place right there like that. So it kind of extends the handle. If you don't want it, you could actually fold it down or take it off and just use the short part right here if you need the space. We're going to go ahead and stick the wheels on this thing so it'll roll around. And right here is the bolts for the wheels. Okay, so the tools we're going to need to bolt the wheels on is going to be a 17mm wrench, a 6mm Allen wrench, and that's pretty much all there is to the wheels. Okay, so both sides of the wheels are the same. Just put the bolt through the wheel, sit it in the hole down here on the bracket, and then we're going to put this is a nylon nut, so it ain't going to come off on you. Now just repeat the same on the other side. Okay, wheels are on. Now we have this little rubber bumper that goes on the front, and that's just so it's not set down that, it kind of sets it up level. And it just goes right here on the bottom with this bolt and nut. It looks like it's going to be a 13mm nut and maybe a 13mm head bolt. Wrench. That way it ain't going to vibrate off. Okay, we should be ready to plug this thing in. So on here at the top we have an on and off emergency type switch, so it's a fast, hit it and it goes off. Then we have our tank pressure switch here and our out pressure right here. So we definitely want to have this off in the off position. This is the on position for this one. Now this one's not going through the regulated part right here. Okay, so the next step before we actually turn it on is we want to put these filters on. There's 2 of them. It tells you close and open right here, so you can open them up, and you can see the filters inside. So you can take them out, probably blow them out a few times, but then you eventually have to replace them when they get too dirty. But all we got to do here is just stick one in this hole and thread it in, one for each cylinder. Like so. I put the air port down on that one. Okay, so now we got the filters on, we got it plugged in. We can turn it on here. I want to time it and see how long it takes to build up to pressure and shuts off, and see what the pressure is when it shuts off. So we'll turn this on and start the timer. Okay, that got us up to 120 psi in 1 minute and 35 seconds. That's actually pretty fast, but you got to consider too, it's only a 6-gallon tank, so it's not going to take long to air it up with a little twin cylinder motor like that. So let's take this thing and hook an air hose up to it and see what it does. Okay, so got it set up here. We're going to use an air chuck on it, because you can use this actually for not just airing your tires up. You can actually run some air tools off of it, some small air tools, or a blow tip like this to clean your parts on your bike or your vehicle. So we're going to run it, see after it comes on, run it up to pressure here, and then see what it comes on at. I think it's going to come on at 90. Okay, so 90 psi comes on. Okay, shuts off at 120 and on at 90. This here valve, you can hook air hose to it, and you won't be running through the regulator. So if you want to run some air things like sprayers and stuff for painting, you want to use this regulator side where it has the chuck to plug it in, and you can actually adjust it down. I'll do it with this air tip. So you can see I'm going lower than 120 there. Bring it down a little further. And we can actually set this on the PSI we want for our air sprayer or whatever low pressure tools that you want to run off of it. Okay, so something else handy you could use with it is an air ratchet. I have an air ratchet, an air drill, an air die grinder, and it should run them pretty good. This is just a Mac 3/8 air ratchet, and it seems to work off it pretty good. So you could probably run a air impact off of it also. Works pretty good. Okay guys, that is it for the VEVOR 6.3 gallon 90 PSI, which actually it's set on 120, and that's where I'm going to leave it because it's good pressure. But it's twin cylinder, oilless air compressor, 6.3 gallon tank. It's got wheels on it, a handy little unit. It also has a regulated output and a non-regulated output. And this is our safety switch right there. You can turn that off. If you turn this off, it won't be kicking on at night and running all the time if it did happen to leak air. But super quiet, super compact. I will post a link in the description where you can check these out. So thank you guys for watching. Click the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right on.